In the vast library of human history, some stories echo with a particular power. The second book of Maccabees is one such account, a chronicle of faith and survival. More than a historical document, it's a window into a time when a small nation fought for its soul. Found in Catholic and Orthodox Bibles, it details a struggle for cultural and religious freedom that still resonates. Unlike First Maccabees, this book is a dramatic theological retelling of the same conflict, abridged from a lost 5-volume work by Jason of Cyrene. The author interprets events seeking the divine hand in history. Second Maccabees explores identity, faith, and sacrifice through the dramatic stories of ordinary people pushed to their limits. It introduces concepts that would shape later religious thought, resurrection, intercession of saints, and prayers for the dead. This book bridges Jewish tradition and emerging Christian ideas. Our journey begins here, exploring a world of clashing cultures and legendary courage. We'll meet heroes whose struggles and triumphs shaped history. Despite being over 2 millennia old, this story still moves, challenges, and inspires. Let's turn back the pages of time and enter this remarkable world. To understand Second Maccabees, we must first understand its setting, Judea, 2nd century BCE. Once a crossroads of empires, Judea is now a province of the Seleucid Empire, ruled by Antiochus IV Epiphanes. Antiochus, determined to unify his kingdom under Greek culture, sees Jewish traditions as obstacles. He launches an aggressive campaign of assimilation, demanding Jews abandon their laws, Sabbath and worship. Jerusalem, the heart of Jewish life, becomes the epicenter of conflict as the temple is desecrated and an altar to Zeus erected. The high priesthood is corrupted, sold to collaborators. The Jewish community fractures. Some embrace Hellenism, others fiercely resist. The pressure to conform is immense. Resistance means persecution or death. Assimilation means losing identity. In this crucible, the story of Second Maccabees unfolds, a desperate struggle for survival. The stage is set for a confrontation of epic proportions. Here, a small nation faces an existential threat from within and without. The fate of a people's soul hangs in the balance. This is the world into which our story plunges. Amid oppression, Second Maccabees ignites with stories of defiance. It begins not with battles, but with personal acts of courage, ordinary people choosing death over betraying their faith. Their resistance lays the moral foundation for rebellion. The central family is that of Mattathias, a priest, and his sons. When ordered to offer a pagan sacrifice, Mattathias refuses, kills a collaborator and the king's official, and sparks revolt. Fleeing to the hills, Mattathias and his sons gather followers willing to fight for faith and freedom. Leadership passes to Judas, the hammer who uses guerrilla tactics to outmaneuver the Seleucid army. Despite being outnumbered, the rebels are united by conviction and faith in divine support. The author emphasizes miraculous victories, visions of angelic horsemen, signs of God's favor. The rebellion is more than war, it's a sacred mission. Second Maccabees' emotional core is its accounts of martyrdom, triumphs of spirit, not tragedy. The story of Eleazar, a 90-year-old scribe, stands out. Forced to eat pork, he refuses even when offered a way to fake compliance. Eleazar knows his actions are public. He won't betray his faith or mislead the young. He chooses death over hypocrisy, believing integrity before God matters more than survival. Eleazar's martyrdom is presented as a noble victory, a memorial of virtue for his nation. His story shows there are principles worth dying for and a belief in life beyond this one. His courage preserves the integrity of faith and sets a beacon for others. Eleazar's example is about more than defiance, it's about legacy. His death inspires a nation to hold fast to its beliefs. In the darkest times, his story lights the way. Martyrdom becomes a testament to faith's enduring power. The book's most harrowing account is of a mother and her 7 sons, arrested and ordered to eat pork. Each refuses, enduring brutal torture and death. But their focus is on faith and hope in resurrection. The brothers declare their willingness to die for God's laws, believing they'll be raised to new life. Their mother, witnessing each execution, encourages them in Hebrew, urging faithfulness and hope in God, the Creator. She pleads not for their lives, but for their eternal souls. After her youngest son's death, she too is executed. Their story becomes a powerful symbol of courage and faith in the resurrection. It shows that family and faith transcend death. The narrative is designed to inspire, showing faith's strength in the face of horror. Even in extreme suffering, hope robs death of victory. This is the human spirit's capacity for devotion at its peak. While martyrs anchor the spirit of 2nd Maccabees, Judas Maccabeus drives its action. He's more than a general. He's an instrument of divine will, leading with prayer and faith. Judas's strength comes from righteousness, not numbers. The book recounts his key victories, especially against the blasphemous general Nicanor. Before battle, Judas shares a vision. The prophet Jeremiah and the slain high priest Onias pray for the people and give him a golden sword. This vision inspires the army, leading to a decisive victory. Nicanor is killed, his defeat a warning to all. The author's point: blasphemy is punished, faith rewarded. Judas is both hammer and shepherd, defending, uniting and protecting his people. His leadership transforms scattered defiance into organized liberation. He turns spiritual courage into concrete action. Under Judas, the Jewish people reclaim their right to live by their sacred laws. The rebellion becomes a movement of faith and freedom. Judas's campaign climaxes with the recapture and rededication of Jerusalem's temple. The temple, desecrated and ruined, is restored by devoted priests. They tear down the pagan altar, rebuild according to the Torah, and craft new holy vessels. The rededication lasts 8 days, modeled on Sukkot, and becomes the origin of Hanukkah. The people rejoice, celebrating the restoration of their spiritual home. This event marks a turning point, a new dawn for the Jewish people. The sacrifices of martyrs and soldiers culminate in reclaiming their faith and traditions. The author sees this as a sign of God's mercy and renewed favor. After suffering and discipline, God restores his people and his dwelling place. The purification of the temple is both a physical and spiritual victory. It's the tangible result of courage, faith, and perseverance. The Jewish people emerge from crisis with their identity intact. 2nd Maccabees is vital for its theological insights, not just its history. It powerfully affirms belief in resurrection. The martyrs face death with hope in eternal life. The book introduces prayer for the dead. Judas collects offerings for fallen soldiers, seeking atonement on their behalf. This act becomes foundational for later Christian beliefs about intercession and purgatory. The vision of Onias and Jeremiah shows saints interceding for the living, hinting at the communion of saints. The book frames suffering as divine discipline, not abandonment. God's punishments are meant to correct, not destroy. Suffering is reframed as redemptive, leading to renewed faithfulness. The narrative pulses with faith in a just, merciful God guiding history. These theological themes bridge Jewish and Christian traditions. 2nd Maccabees' heartbeat is unwavering trust in God's purpose. What can we learn from this ancient book? Its theme, preserving identity amid pressure to conform, is timeless. In a globalized world, its questions remain urgent. What is the value of tradition? What does it mean to stand for one's beliefs? The stories of Eleazar and the mother with her sons show the human capacity to endure for principle. True strength is found in moral courage and integrity, not just physical might. Their hope in something greater gives them the strength to face persecution. 2nd Maccabees invites us to reflect on what gives our lives meaning and what hopes sustain us. It's more than history. It's a story of community, courage, and conviction. The struggle of the Maccabees ensured the survival of a tradition that shaped the world. Their story reminds us that even in darkness, faith and courage can light a path forward. The echoes of their struggle remain, inspiring us today. Even now, the flame of faith and the courage of a few can spark a new dawn. If you found this journey enlightening, subscribe for more explorations of our world's incredible stories.